Hello, my name is Ripples, and we're back on some Superautopets content. Thank you guys for 100 subs. We actually be joined today with Seth Larryson.
What's up, ladies and gents?
We're gonna be celebrating 100 subscribers. This man has 10 subscribers. So if you want to go over there and subscribe to him, he's desperate for attention.
If this
Um,
video gets 10 likes, I'll make a new video.
oh, you heard it here, folks. 10 likes, he makes a new video. But basically, this is gonna be we're just ranking all the food and animals on free to play. I believe there's no pay to play on here, and we're gonna be taking count of how good the animal is at the thing they're supposed to do. So, for example, I'm not going to judge a dolphin on it being a tank. I'm going to judge something like a bison on being a tank. I'm going to judge the dolphin for its ability. And food, it's basically just how good the food is, to be honest. But first off, ant. We talked about just the ant. How do you feel about the ant, Seth?
Ant, so you got to think about it. Ant is a tier 1 pet, so therefore you have to rank it against its tier 1 counterparts.
Okay.
Um, Ant really, in my opinion, it's not that good. It's something you buy and then you get rid of eventually or potentially pill it. I think it's either B or C tier. I'll probably rank it. In my opinion, I think it's B tier, just because whenever it dies, it gives your animals a buff.
Yeah, I would agree with that just because early game stats is the only thing that matters, and it gives you stats and also has a 2 attack early, which is really, really important. I'm going all out. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw an Apple in B tier. It's a
Yep.
solid. It's solid. It gives 1-1. It's just not gonna be anything insane.
Sure.
Badger, it's probably be a little debatable. I'm putting it in an S tier.
I don't know if you guys have seen his video about the Badger. If you haven't, I recommend watching it. As someone who plays against him often, I can let you know he is really good with the Badger.
Front Badger is really strong. It basically, if you make it your tank, it can kill the strongest unit and then kill the next strongest unit, and you can put a lot of things like your scaler behind it, which doesn't have a lot of stats, or like a deer, which is gonna spawn something on death anyways, or an ant.
Mhm.
So I think it's a S tier for me. It The only thing I see negative about it, if you're running Honey Badger B in the back, which is also very very good value, it is very very easy to get sniped by a crocodile, but that's basically the only thing negative about it.
Yep.
So it requires strategic play, but I think when you whip strategic play, it's a S tier. Beaver, I think it's a C tier. It's just all right.
Most definitely. It's definitely worse than the ant. And I would almost rather have an apple than a beaver, honestly, in most circumstances.
I can see that. There's a lot more things that scale HP
Yeah.
than it, and I'd rather have the attack from the ant.
Mhm.
So actually, let's bison, no questions. Very very easy scaler, S tier, no questions, right?
Yeah, for sure. Sure.
Pufferfish, how you feel about pufferfish? It's very memey.
I'm,
It's very memey. I don't know if it's
eh,
necessarily good. It doesn't.
yeah,
It falls off fast.
I I don't think you can necessarily make a build with pufferfish anymore. You can try like the all hedgehog pufferfish build, but it's just even then it's so risky. I think it's definitely a D tier.
D tier. Okay, I was maybe thinking
Yeah.
C tier, but I respect you on that one.
I think
Meat.
um I don't know. I like the meat, but you really only find I only find myself using it on like a crab if I go for a crab, or if like I'm playing in a private match and I know my the person I'm playing has a really tanky unit. Other than that, I don't find myself using meat often.
I'm gonna say C.
See.
No, I'm gonna say D. I think the other equipment are just significantly better. Like I'd much
Hmm.
rather, as weird as it is, I'd rather have a jalapeno that's gonna do 5 attacks to
Right.
the guy behind it, so you can break
Yeah.
melon armor or something.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're just gonna put the. I think jalapeno is SCE.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Butterfly. I'm gonna put an
Um,
A. How
yes.
do you feel
This
about that?
also, yeah, this also to be, caterpillar. Caterpillar, if you get a caterpillar on your tier, what caterpillar is a tier 3 pet, right?
Yeah.
So if you get a caterpillar on turn, what is it, 5 or
Turn three.
3?
Turn three.
Turn 3. If you get an early caterpillar around on round 3, and then you just find another pet you want to scale, it could be really crazy. Then you
Yeah.
only have to focus on scaling one person, and then you
It
get an automatic buff.
Yeah, it does like get really hard countered by like dolphin and stuff like that. But it's
Yeah.
it's like really really solid. All the only downside is you have to wait. But also if you get it on that turn 3, you do get you'll get a level 2 upgrade on the 5th turn, which gives you another
Hmm.
tier up. There's
Yeah.
a lot of benefits. I'm not gonna put an S tier just because it can get sniped before it even gets started, and since
Yep.
Butterfly is like a late game player, getting sniped is like could translate into a loss.
Yeah.
How you feel about Camel? It's definitely a weird one. I
Um.
like running Camel. I don't think it's very
Yeah.
good though.
I think Camel has potential, but it's just like the pufferfish is, it can be good, but you don't find yourself using it very often. So in my opinion, it'd be in a D tier.
D tier. I'm gonna I got the mouse, so I'm gonna say C tier
Uh,
because that if you can get the Camel going for mid game, it's usually pretty solid, but usually the stats fall off pretty fast.
mhm,
I can understand the D tier. I'm just a little
right.
impartial. How you feel about canning though?
Canning, I found myself in canning holes before, where I just can every time I see it, and it never ends up working out. However, if you have a can in your shop and you see a pet you want to pivot into, I think it's always smart to can before you pivot. Um, on the same note, though, I do think it's better than a beaver and probably better than a jalapeno. So I think it's probably B tier.
D tier, I completely agree. It's you have to can I would say can early mid game. Canning late
Mhm.
basically does nothing. I think it's
Yeah,
kind of the same thing as the cat. We can put that in B or A. We can talk about that in a second. But I just feel like the can is it's very very good, but also you definitely lose rounds because you get too aggressive canning.
for sure.
How do you feel about cat though?
So cat it's in my opinion, it's one of my favorite units. I don't think it's S tier because I don't think that you'll win a match because you have the cat.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely think it's A tier because most people in most runs I think it's fair to say that they have a swan. And then swan and then cat is just a nice combo. I think it's A tier.
I'm gonna agree with you just because you get 4/4 from a pair, which is
Hmm.
absolutely insane. And also, if you're running that canning strat, you're getting 2/4 from a can, and you
Hmm.
can scale very very fast. It's a very very versatile support unit. The only issue I have with it, you do get it later, and later usually you don't really you have like a lot of good support animals already available, so it kind of gets diluted a little bit in its effectiveness.
Hmm.
But I definitely think it's a very very good unit. How do you feel about the
Yeah.
coconut ability from
Um,
the gorilla?
yeah, I mean, it's really only on one thing, and who actually picks the gorilla. And if you do pick the gorilla, if you do pick the gorilla, what are the odds that you decide to scale it? The ability itself is super sick.
Hmm.
I think the ability, maybe if you want to put it A or S, but I think practically, it's not very good because only the gorilla has it. You can't actually put it on anything else.
I'm gonna put.
So I think it's D personally.
Okay, I'm just judging the ability itself. I'm gonna put it in A
Right.
because it
Okay.
has to be. You only get it after being hit. But the gorilla, like, if you can get somebody to activate the gorilla, at the beginning of the round. So, like for example, I've experimented with pilling a hedgehog just to get the gorilla's thing to pop, and then when it goes into
Mhm,
battle, it can pop 2 more times, like level 2.
mhm.
So I think it's very very good. Obviously, it's very very situational.
Right.
So maybe I'll
And
put it
then
in
what is a
B.
gorilla? Is a gorilla tier 5 or 6?
We put gorilla and B as we just put them together. Basically the
Okay,
same unit. Would you?
that's fair.
Technically this would be S, but
Right.
you know
Yeah.
we're basically doing it together.
Mhm.
Cal, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in A. It's an
Uh,
easy buy sell.
yeah, always whenever you see the cow, you almost always buy it. Unless you already have, your team set, but what are the odds that you can't go for some super milk?
Crab, simple
Yeah.
C. It just
See?
very
Yeah.
very average. The last few couple rounds. That's
No argument.
basically about it. Cricket.
Mhm.
I know you like the cricket, so I'll let you talk about the cricket.
um okay, I always end up scaling a cricket for some reason. I think just because I always have pretty good luck with it, but it's really not that good. I mean, it's good for the start because it's like a free bee, and then if you put a bee on the cricket, you basically get two bees or a 2/2 cricket if you get level 2. I think it's C tier. It's definitely better than some of the units in D.
I'm gonna say cricket's worse than a pufferfish though.
What?
Yeah,
Wow. All right, if you think so.
because I think about it, the whole cricket's only good with horse, and it's only good like
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah. You're
turn
right.
one, turn two. So
Yeah. You're
I'm
right.
like actually tempted to put it in F, but Okay, I really like the crocodile, but I want you to talk about the crocodile.
Me,
These next two
okay, so
animals I really
crocodile is
like.
good. Crocodiles, okay, right. Ripples likes to use turkey a lot, so crocodile is one of my best friends when playing against Ripples. And he runs Badger up front, so a
Don't
normal
tell
person runs
don't tell
runs
people I run
Badger.
don't tell people I run turkey. They're gonna unsub.
Okay, watch his latest video. One of his latest videos, he has turkey in the video, so it's evidence.
Oh no.
Anyways, Crocodile's good, especially if you can get him leveled up. He can kill the backline a lot.
He counters
Let's
turkey, he
see.
counters honey badger in the back.
Uh-huh. I think he's probably A tier. I would definitely pick him more often than anybody in B tier. So yeah, I think he's A tier, possibly S. I don't know.
I could definitely see an argument to move crocodile to S tier with how much
Hmm.
turkey is how annoying turkey is.
Right.
But I'm gonna say A tier is a really, really great fit with them. I think
Hmm.
deer is in that same category where it
Yeah,
fits
for
very,
sure.
very well. It's insane. You get insanely good value. Deer might be deer is maybe the only thing at hard counters deer is like hippo or boar. Because they're getting like one
Oh yeah.
activation from killing the deer.
Mhm.
How do you feel about? I think Dodo's a D.
Yeah, that is
Agreed.
definitely a D.
After the nerf,
I was thinking F, but I think you could probably debate it. You can make him work if you wanted to.
I would say if we were getting Dodo an F, we'd make the cricket an F. But we'll think about it. I
Yeah,
feel
you gotta give
what about dog? Dog has really fell off. Dog used to be one of the best
dog.
animals in the
Dog is
game.
horrible. I find myself every time I run a dog, I try so hard and it never works. I honestly think dog is F tier. Like it's just so bad. He's just the worst. What is he the
It's a
worst of? The
very very
buffalo.
it's just a very it is the worst version of Buffalo. I'm gonna put it in D because
What?
it's a guaranteed scaler,
Uh-huh.
right? I'm gonna put it at the top of
Yeah.
D honestly, but
Okay.
it's a guaranteed scaler. I probably wouldn't like that. Guaranteed scaler. If you get to level 2, it's actually solid. Is the issue
Mhm.
is you have to get to level 2.
Yeah, my problem with the dog is just like whenever you combine on what is it, tier on the third round and you get a dog, you're just so disappointed. It's
Mm-hmm.
just like you want so many other things other than a dog, and it's like okay, you have a dog now, you feel pressured to make the dog work, and that's where I fail most of the time.
Yeah, I completely agree. Especially after you get the dog to like 12-12 and you start seeing good stuff in the shop and you're like,
Yeah.
pivot, pivot.
Uh-huh.
Dolphin, I think is easy A. Snipes, scorpions, which is like
Hmm.
one of the best animals in the game technically by itself.
And
Um,
butterflies.
yeah, and butterflies. So like
Hmm.
really, really solid. It does get like countered by deer, kind of
Yep.
funny, but yeah, I think that's a very, very easy A tier. Dragon S tier,
For sure.
insane scaling. First F tier, duck.
Oh, 100%.
They have to buff it back to 1-1 when you sell it.
Follow that up with the elephant, probably F tier.
Yes, there's some funky builds with it. It's a very good meme unit. It's just not. It's awful.
Right. Yeah.
Fish. I'm gonna throw in a B tier. It's like the same.
Hmm.
It's probably a little better than the ant.
Yeah,
Honestly, I
I
like the
would
drop.
rather.
I like the gorilla, but
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah, I like fish. I find myself running pinky fish a lot just because it's easy to get and the upgrade ability is kind of nice.
I think you do stick with it. It'll probably too long. That's usually like kind
Yeah.
of the dealio with like a lot of the tier
Hmm.
1 units.
Yep.
Um, I think flamingo C tier. It's very easy to be pilled.
See, really?
You're gonna go D?
I was gonna say F. I never use flamingo.
Yeah, but it's the only thing about I like the flamingo. Flamingo is later than the ant, but the flamingo gives you
Uh,
guaranteed two 1-1s. It's basically an
that's true.
apple. It's basically an apple. It's 2 apples for the price of
Yeah, that's
4.
true.
So I'll put it. We'll put it in C, but I'll bump it up a little bit. I guess technically the flamingo is worse than the pufferfish, so I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Fly, right? Hey,
Yeah, for sure.
it got
Especially,
nerfed, but it's still this
especially,
good.
yeah. If you can, it needs to be. Oh, no, no, never mind. Turkey needs to be nerfed. The fly's fine,
Yeah.
especially when you have turkey.
Yeah, just make the fly. Just make the turkey. I've said this a lot. Just make the turkey where it's like the fly and going trigger 3 times.
Oh yeah, that would make the turkey a lot more reasonable. Garlic.
Let's go
Uh,
and find the turkey and just put him in S tier.
turkey. Yeah, okay.
Best animal in the game.
No questions asked. Garlic, in my opinion, S tier.
It has to be A
Garlic
tier.
is. You think?
Maybe S tier. S tier
Gar-
considering the part of the game you get in.
yeah, garlic is so good, and
Garlic
then
and
like
melon. Garlic and melon
yeah,
S tier. Is there
yeah, for
melon?
sure. No melon here. Weird.
Well, imagine there's melon next to the garlic. They're both S tier considering because garlic's more mid game S tier. Melon is late game S tier. And while we're
Yeah,
at it, like if we're talking about melon armor, we'll just throw in the Ox as S tier.
especially
Insanely the best like mid game unit in the game, 100%.
yeah, especially if you get it on a level up and your opponent's not expecting Ox, it's so good.
Yeah, it only like it gets kind of beat down by a little bit like by horse builds around that time, but like
Hmm.
it still holds its own.
Yep.
And you can use the pill. Actually, I'm putting the pill in B tier just because of how strong it makes the Ox. You pill a lot of things.
Yep.
Very versatile. But dude, the Ox is powerful.
It's very
It
good.
doesn't
When I
scale
first
late,
started,
but
yeah,
fun.
when I first started the game, I had no idea what the pill did. But once you figure out what it does, it's so good. So definitely agree with your pill.
Yeah, Seth has played this game a lot, but he doesn't play the game like I probably played the game 3 times as much as him, so I probably have a problem.
Hmm.
Hedgehog, right?
What?
uh,
I think you should put some respect on its name. I think you should definitely go in D tier at least. Hedgehog
okay.
is fun, especially if you can get some tanky units at the start and you know your enemy doesn't. Um, and as we were talking about earlier, the Hedgehog Pufferfish build can be kind of fun sometimes.
It's fun. I just don't think it's very good, but I'll respect the D tier. It's probably better than maybe it's better than Flint.
Better
I
than
really
Cricket.
don't like it. I feel like I lose because of Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Oh, while speaking of losing because of an animal, throw the rat in F tier. Oh, it gives your opponent a B. That's like actually insane.
Yeah, that's horrendous.
You lose every time you run a rat. It's I know I just got a 10 win with the rat, but no, it was not. It was not because of the rat. I won despite the rat. Okay, let's get that straight.
Yeah, that's awful.
How do you feel about Hippo?
I love the hippo. I think it's A tier. It's if you can scale the hippo, and then especially if you're going against a spawn build where a lot of games lately have been like just turkey or horse. I use a hippo a lot. I think it's A tier.
I'm gonna debate you on this one. I'm gonna say it's B
Hmm.
tier. It
Okay.
is okay. I'm gonna say it's B tier. I'm also going to say I'm only using. I'm saying that it's basically a board, which the board is pay to play, so you don't
Yeah.
see it here. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm going crazy. So maybe for considering we're on pay to play, it's an A tier. I would say considering all animals, it's a B tier, just because the board is technically a better version of it. And you just get it later.
Hmm. Yeah.
I can see the argument.
Yeah.
Horse B tier, very solid. Doesn't last very long. You just wait for a turkey, basically.
Yeah. It's an easy pivot into the turkey. Doesn't cost you anything because the turkey's just better all around.
And it lets you do a lot of buying and selling.
Yep.
Because you get that buff for that one round.
Mhm.
B,
For
right?
sure.
Yeah, early game
Yeah.
you win so many rounds because of B. Actually
I
insane.
I lost a game yesterday. Where every single round I lost to a B. So
And that's the
I
power of it.
yep. And all I had to do was put a B on my last unit, but I refused.
I'm gonna say Kangaroo. Kangaroo is a little bit of a complicated one. If you
Hmm.
get like any type of stats on it, it can be like it can carry you to like a very fast win. But if you don't get that fast win, you basically lost. So I'm gonna put it in C
Mm.
tier.
Yeah, I think he's good behind Ox sometimes. That's what I like to run him behind.
I'm gonna put Cheetah on like the near top of A tier. I don't know how you feel about that, but what's it? It's a insanely good sniper.
Hmm.
It's just you get it way later, so you have to like really pump into it when you get the cheetah. And a lot like
Yeah,
I feel like I try to win early, so that's why I don't see the cheetah very often. And I don't have the chance to buff it. But how do you feel about it?
yeah. I don't use the cheetah very often. I think I might be sleeping on the cheetah. I think it's a B tier, but I can see the argument of A tier because it is really good if you can upgrade it. I just don't use it often.
I'm gonna put like mammoth B tier as well. Probably like somewhere in here, just because it's really late. But it's an
Hmm.
easy buy. You could buy pill, right? And it's
Hmm.
really fun. Maybe like put it like slightly back. The horse probably should be up higher, but like I think Mammoth is really solid for the how really solid. But you do it's the same thing like the same situation as the cheetah, except the cheetah has a better probably ability. Um,
Right.
where you get it so like you can't really make it your tank. I feel like Mammoth is best when it's your tank, so it gives everything else the stats it needs to be solid.
Yeah, Mammoth. I could see Mammoth a tier earlier. It'd be fun if it was a tier 5.
Yeah, but it'd probably be too strong. Then I don't know.
Yeah.
Speaking of tier, this ox should probably be a tier later to balance it out. Maybe we'll
Mhm.
do a. If you guys want, we'll do a 3 buffs, 3 nerfs for the next patch. I think it'd be
Yeah,
interesting. Monkey S tier.
for sure. Monkey's so good, especially if you get it early on a level up. It's you just buy it every time.
Yeah, it legit. Level 2 gives you 6/6 every round. That's actually insane. And if you think
Mhm.
about it, I saw a comment on I don't think it was my video. I think it was a different video. But you could legit put a monkey in the very front and just pretend like it's a bison, and it's a better bison.
Yep.
Mosquito. I think that's a solid C tier item.
Yep. I love early mosquitoes. Just filling my team with mosquitoes. I think it's so funny and fun to do.
Um, just looking at the rest of these animals, I think beaver falls down, right?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing earlier. Yeah.
Cupcake. I'm gonna go very. You don't want to buy a cupcake most
Yeah,
of the
it's
time.
not yeah, it's not F tier, but it's not yeah, it's not F, but it's all right.
I'm gonna go C tier for mushroom. It's very situational. It's basically
Mm,
for the turkey users and the horse users, or
yeah.
maybe like mammoth or something like that.
Scorpion.
Oh yeah, scorpion for the that's very good. While we're at it,
Mhm.
like no questions asked. It's the only
Yeah,
thing
for
that can
sure.
kill. Doesn't the only unit doesn't need a scale to win.
Mhm.
Um, Otter. I know you like the otter, so let's talk about the
I,
otter.
I love the otter. If I could in a world have one run every round, it would be fish and two otters. You buy a fish, you get an otter plus one. Buy another otter plus one on your fish. You have like a what is it? A 4 or 5 fish and a like a 3 otter, something like that. It's crazy. I love otter. I think otter is a C tier.
C tier.
I love the otter, man.
I think you're low key sleeping on how good it is. Those stats are early. I'm actually gonna
Uh.
put A.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh wow. Yeah.
Because think
I
about it, like
mean.
if someone gets a lot of otters early, it also
Mhm.
actually since it requires getting a lot of otters, I think I'm thinking of the highs too much. I'm gonna put it back at B.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
like when you get a ton of otters early, you like guarantee get a couple wins. Stats are that strong early. I think over
I
like
think.
if you think about the entire build, it's like not very good. But if you think about just how strong it is in the early game, it's definitely B two.
Well, I think it could be. I don't know. I still have an argument for C because it's just if you don't get good, like say you get horse, otter, duck. Like like the otter is still gonna give him a buff, but it's like the buff's not as important because your duck's still gonna get one shotted depending on what
Yeah,
your enemy has. But and the buff is also random, so
yeah. Well, we'll see if like well, I guarantee there's gonna be some that people will be like you're an idiot.
yeah,
I'm very curious.
right,
Maybe I'll just put the otter in front top of C tier for now.
yeah.
Parrot.
I love Parrot. Parrot has a ton of uses. I think it's definitely A tier. F.
A tier. I definitely agree.
Yeah, it's not something you're gonna grab every time. Like S tier, you'll grab those every time if you can fit them in your build. But Parrot, you don't have to have the Parrot to win.
Mhm. I think the only exception with S tier is the
Mhm.
scorpion. You're not gonna take that every time, but
Yeah.
like if you're behind, you can take the scorpion whenever you want and be fine.
Mhm.
Have a chance to win. Peacock, F tier.
F.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you need to get hurt to make your ability go up, it's not very good. It synergizes with elephant.
Mhm.
An elephant's F tier for a reason. So
Yeah.
I think pairs are easy A tier.
Yeah. For
Um,
sure.
penguin. This is a little bit more of a debatable one.
Yeah. I have my experience with penguins is it's always different. I always get it on a level up, and then I feel like I never see him again. Or I'll get the penguin, and then I don't have any tier 2 units.
I think
Um,
me and you are very aggressive pivoters. We don't usually don't
yeah.
have very high level, like a multiple high
Mhm.
level people. Maybe for that reason it's a B. Do you agree
Yeah,
with
I
that?
have it I also have it in B. I think if you're looking for a scaler, you can make it work, but it's not always the best scaler.
I got you. How you feel about pig?
F, in my opinion.
F. I think it's a top of F though. I think it's like
It's
it
better than
it.
it's good.
I think pig was higher when
Mhm,
dog was higher because that was like a great synergy for him.
mhm.
And for some reason Buffalo's not on here. Buffalo would have been like S tier, I would say.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Pizza is just a worse version of the pear, so I'm just gonna say B.
I
Actually,
think
I
it's a
don't
better. I think it's a better version of the pear. I think it's an
know.
A.
Okay, we can throw it an
Yeah.
A. I don't know. I like targeted. I like targeted foods,
It
but
depends what kind of builds you like to go for. I like running. I run rabbit a lot. Speaking of the rabbit, I think it's A tier. I run rabbit a lot. And so it's like salad, sushi, pizza. They're all pretty good. Because I'm running rabbit a lot. So I think it's A.
I think we
Um,
need to bump some of these. I think we need to bump the count down to B.
I would keep it an A still, personally.
I think we have a lot more A than maybe there's like a lot more good units. I don't know. Rhino, sadly.
Yeah, I don't use the Rhino often. When I do, it's kind of I feel like it's hard to make work.
Okay, Rooster, obviously F. Right?
Really?
No, no.
I don't. I've only started using the Rooster recently, but I've had some fun with it. I think it's probably D tier. I think it's better than it. I don't know. I think it's really difficult. It kind of does suck, but it's also kind of fun to use, especially if you can get like a tiger behind it or something.
Yeah, like I understand. It's fun. I just
Hmm.
like the amount of effort you have to put in a rooster to get it going. It's really embarrassing. I would
Yeah,
argue F, but like we can go with D. That's
yeah.
fine. I really like salads, just because
Hmm.
of the rabbit. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna spot top. I think it's an easy C tier. I think Steel's another C tier. It's definitely good. Don't hear me go. Don't get me wrong. I
Hmm.
feel like every time I run Seal, I have a rabbit, and then I have like
Yeah.
50,000 too much HP,
You'll have a rabbit, and then you'll have a swan. So
and
it's
then
just
everyone
like,
on my team is gonna have a 10 attack and 50 HP.
yeah, it's always the same runs. I feel like.
Shark. Dude,
Why don't you
shark.
talk about that, Mister
Dude,
Shark
shark.
Parrot?
Yeah, my best video of all time. It's like it has like 1,400 views more than my average video, which is really funny. It's really fun. It's really fun. It's not good though.
But
It's
yeah,
not
but it's
good.
not good. Definitely D tier.
It's extremely
Right.
situational. I'm really sorry. Like I titled that video the most underrated strategy in the game. It wasn't the strategy is not that good. The strategy was good because of the deer.
Oh yeah,
Sheep D tier.
yeah.
It's good with
It's
turkey.
it's good for what it is when you get it, but you're not gonna have a run around the turkey
I
or
do think I do think for
around
and
the
some
sheep.
people said so. It is way better than I think you think it is. Because
Mhm.
technically, if you think about it, it's a 6/6.
Yeah.
It's a 6/6 that comes out of the box,
Mhm.
and you lose runs because the spider spawns a sheep. You
Right.
do fear it. Maybe it's like I don't know. I do think sheep is slept on. It's definitely not good though. I think it's like one of those animals. It's perfectly balanced how it is. I
Yeah.
think it's a perfectly not good unit.
It's good for what it is, but most of the time you're gonna grab something else.
100%. No, almost all the time. I haven't
Yeah.
really avoided sheep. I'll just roll. Shrimp
F.
F. It's fun. I guess it's fun to say you're running a shrimp, but that's basically about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna so I know immediately you're thinking snail is S tier.
That is what I was thinking.
I'm gonna say it's like the back of A tier because you throw games trying to get your snails to pop. You're like, okay, I got 3 snails in the shop. You keep your
Threes.
you have
Yep.
them frozen for like 6 turns because you won't lose, and then you're not rolling and you're actually not getting any pets because you're
Yeah, you never buy them. But on the off chance that you get lucky and get like 3 snails in your shop after you lose, they're pretty good.
they are
But
pretty good. I do think you like throw
yeah,
runs 4 snails though. I saw
100%. And it.
Illusion on my
Mhm.
shout out to you Illusion. You've been subscribed for a minute. He commented that he throws for snails, and I completely understand, man. It's definitely a thing.
Mhm. And you
Uh,
also have to lose to activate its ability, which sucks.
yeah. If you're like Seth though, you just lose and you just get the snail ability all the time.
Just lose for fun, yeah.
Snake S tier. I think it's like Snake is like that.
Snake is so fun. It's one of my favorite units. I wish I got it more often.
I rage though because of Snake. Snakes, you have like I like
Yeah.
running like deer builds, and deer just gets demolished by Snake.
Hmm.
Dude, I'm so here like, dude, please kill the tank. Please kill the tank.
So the spider. Have you ever gotten a level 2 spider and then pilled it?
Yes, but the stats are still super low, which is
They
very
are.
sad.
Yeah. I
I
was just
think
wondering. I
okay.
I don't do it often, but I think it's
Um,
definitely D tier. Yeah.
I think a good buff that would make the spider like actually usable is or usable late. Make the spider where it's like the eagle, and make the eagle. The eagle is when it gets to level 2, the animal it spawns has more stats.
Hmm.
Just make the spider like that. Make it instead of spawning a 2/2, make it spawn a 4/4 or something like that.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, especially if it was like a level 2/4/4 sheep.
Hmm.
That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah, maybe that actually does sound really strong.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm okay with the spider being reworked like that though, just to have a different animal.
Yeah.
Swan.
Yeah. I think it's S tier. I feel like I have a swan in like 85-90% of my runs. Like
Is
swan
that
is
a good thing
always a good
though?
choice.
I'm gonna say it's A,
Hmm.
purely because I feel like everything in S tier has an ability that makes your run insane,
Right.
right? The Swan's ability allows other animals' abilities to shine.
Yeah.
It's like
I
it's like the Scottie Pippen of Michael Jordan. Like
mhm.
it's the enabler.
I wouldn't. I don't know how they would do it, but I wouldn't mind seeing a nerf to the swan just because everybody has a swan.
There's no
I
need
wouldn't.
for a nerf. It's perfectly balanced. You're crazy.
Yeah.
Having
I, I've seen.
one gold early is not that big a deal.
I've seen a lot of arguments lately though for a nerf on it. That's
Oh,
just my opinion.
that's crazy. You madman.
Yeah.
Maybe
Crazy man.
maybe like I wonder what happened if we switched the stats around though to make it a 3/1.
Hmm.
That'd be kind of interesting. I don't think is there any 3/1 units? I don't think so.
Pig.
No, that's a oh wait, 1/3. I mean,
Hmm.
like a 3 HP unit.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Squirrel.
I don't know. I've always been a hater on the squirrel, so normally I would say F, but I've used them the past couple of days, and it's been kind of fun, just running food builds with squirrels. But he does fall off really fast. He's a unit that's very replaceable.
I'm actually gonna
I
throw in
think,
an F.
yeah, that's fine.
Um, the only reason my biggest issue with it, right,
Hmm.
is you have to. It's like you have to have a single thing to make it work, right?
Hmm.
So basically, if you have a squirrel, you're probably running like a rabbit or like a seal.
Right.
You have 2 animals just for that build, or you could just have a swan that has like universal possibilities, and you can just get 3 gold instead of losing 3 gold. Like a level 3 swan, you get 3 gold, right?
Right.
The squirrel just gives you a 3 gold discount on food.
Yep.
Swan is extremely more versatile.
What does a level 2 squirrel do?
It gives you 2 gold off food.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Um, sushi just solid.
Yeah, sushi's good. Better than salad. So definitely in front of salad.
Easy S tier, right?
Yeah. Tiger Cub is so fun. Um, you can use it in so many different ways. Tiger Cub snake, Tiger Cub turkey, Tiger Cub buffalo, ox, you know, whatever.
Oh yeah. Also, if you just this video, you better like, subscribe, and comment. Comment why we were wrong. Turtle.
I got this one. I got 4 words for you. Tell me who I am. Buy me, sell me.
Good Northern Lion.
Northern Lion. What does Northern Lion always say?
What does he say?
AT&T. Always take turtle.
Always take
S tier.
turtle.
S tier.
No way. It's a B tier. You don't. It's okay. But
You're right.
you low key keep that turtle on your team way too long looking for a pill.
But hear me
Way
out.
too long.
Turtle microbe. So fun. It's so fun.
It's very fun, dude. You can't. You're being biased right now. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, you're right.
That whale.
F. When do
Uh,
you ever use the whale? You run the whale behind
a deer.
a deer, a one-up deer,
Mammoth, technically, maybe.
mammoth, maybe ant.
Yeah, it's
It's
awful.
you're disappointed. You're disappointed whenever you get it from a level up.
Yeah. How about you feel about the worm? This is a
I
final
love the
one.
worm. I think worm is solid. I don't know. I think it's solid B tier, honestly.
I think
The
yeah, it's a very good scaler.
Yeah, food meta is very prominent right now.
I think
If
it's
you get
really
rabbit,
I think it's very underrated right now though.
yeah, yeah. Worm was one of my first favorite units in the game, so it has a special place in my heart.
Beautiful. All right, we made it through the whole entire thing. I want you guys to take a look at this. We ranked every pet and free to play. I think we kind of missed a couple, but who cares? You let me know. You let me know how wrong we are. We are wrong. Okay, I'm gonna debate you in the comments. I'm gonna type up like a some madness. Oh, whoops, I typed it there. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you guys comment, like, subscribe, and do all that jazz. I hope you go to Seth Larison's video and write hate comments because he's an idiot for trying to put a turtle in S tier, and he's also promoting other YouTubers validly.
All right, guys. Don't. The most important part of this video, the whole point. Don't forget, if this get 10 likes, we'll make another video.
We'll make another video, boys. All right, but you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for 100 subs once again, and peace.
Bye bye.